Well, I've been getting a bit bored during lockdown, so I thought I would indulge in a little bit of retail therapy, and I have picked up a new toy to play with. This is it here. You can see I'm holding it a little gingerly and I'm being careful not to point it head on at myself, because what this is basically a tightly coiled spring. This device, what it is, would depend a lot on where you are and where you're buying it from, and there's reasons for that. So, in the UK, or rather, in say the US, you will often see these being advertised as being a pocket staff or a extendable truncheon, or kind of magic exploding bow staff. And the idea being that this is a thing that you can have in your pocket, and then when you release it, it stretches out, and then you have a stick that you can use for self-defense, possibly, probably not. In the UK, however, it's absolutely not that, and it's absolutely described as being a magic trick. In fact, you can see the sparkness on this one, and the black that covers most of the main body of this. So this is meant to look vaguely like a sort of stereotypical stage magician's wand, and there's a reason for that. So UK weapons law has some interesting and quite specific elements to it. Actually, just stared down the barrel of that. That's a little unnerving. So under UK weapons law, there are certain things which are exempt and certain things where there are reasonable excuses for having them. So, for example, knives. Knives generally are illegal, or at the very least, if the police stop and search you and you have a knife on you, it's unusual because the burden of proof is then on you to demonstrate that you had a good reason to have a knife. There is an explicit exemption from that requirement, which is for a non-locking folding pocket knife, which is no more than I think 2 or 3 inches. I'd have to look it up. Disclaimer, I am not a lawyer, I'm not an expert. The information I'm providing is, to the best of my knowledge, accurate, but I should not be taken as any kind of reliable source on the UK legal system or what is and isn't illegal under UK law. But one of the things that is a little unusual about the UK law is that basically anything telescopic is super illegal. So a telescopic truncheon, or like say sometimes you get nunchucks that have like one end that's telescopic, so it can extend out into a baton. They are really, really illegal and very much frowned upon, and you will wind up in court if the police catch you with one of those. Which is why you absolutely do not go describing something like this as a weapon in the UK, because that would be super illegal. Also, frankly, from everything I've seen of this, this would not make a viable weapon anyway, and it's more likely to do you damage than anybody who's attacking you, but more of that later. But the thing is that it seems like a really arbitrary thing to enforce. So what I've got here is a selection of items that I own that are telescopic, that I'm pretty sure are perfectly legal to own in the UK. Exhibit A, a monopod. So this, obviously telescopes, goes out and is, once you've clamped the bits in place, is fairly solid, and you can imagine it could probably do someone a bit of a mischief. Now this is also the butt. Actually has a spike. Next up is a adorable selfie stick, which again is clearly telescopic. I'm sure if I were to wax on this, it would not be a pleasant experience, but it's not the toughest thing in the world either. Again, selfie sticks, maybe should be illegal, but aren't. And lastly, a friend of mine showed me this, and my first thought upon seeing it was, where'd you get that from? Isn't that bad? And it's this, and this is actually an extendable flagpole. So you can see this on the top here has a little loop for attaching a flag to, and that's attached to the top of that, and then this can slide up and down, so you can put whatever size flag you want on it, and it comes out to about a good 3 or 4 feet. And if you're going to a festival or a protest or something, it would be a convenient thing for holding a flag on. But also, especially when you see it, kind of compacted like that, does look quite a lot like an extendable truncheon. So there you are, things that are illegal to own in the UK that are also extendable. Now onto this thing itself. All of the guidance I've seen, or all of the videos I've seen of it, explain A, how to use it, but also B, strongly recommend using gloves. So let's pop the murder gloves on for this. Now, in order to operate it, I've been told that what you do is you grip it and you press down this spike here, and that basically releases this pin. You see that it has a spring that's going to push the pin out. It will then slide up and be able to go inside it. So let's gingerly give that a try. Well, that was a lot less scary than I thought it would be. You see now we have the silver tipped ends on this black thing that is, actually I can see as a stage magician pulling that out, that might be quite a pleasant little trick. Things that are immediately noteworthy about this, I'm going to take the gloves off and I'm probably going to finish in a minute because it's starting to rain. One, noticeably a lot thicker at this end than it is at this end. Two, this said it was going to be like 1.5 meters, and I'm okay, maybe it's just about shy of that, but I was expecting it to be a little longer. It's definitely more sort of a Joe staff length rather than a bow staff. Swings around nicely enough, but it has the kind of problem my toothpick staff had of being, it's very, very light, which means it doesn't carry much momentum of its own. So if you really want it to, you've really got to practice your form on a heavy stick first. Okay, well that's, ooh. And now we see the additional problem of how to compact the thing. Just compacting it, and we also had a lovely nice sharp metal edge on there, so do take care. Come on, come on, come on. And back again. So I feel like I've got slightly more of a handle on this now, so I'm going to be very, very careful. I'm just going to try my bare hand. See how we go.